Good morning. This is retired Pastor Karl Schmidt from Calvary Lutheran Church, a little Lutheran church in Amherst, New York. We welcome you to our broadcast this morning. This is the second Sunday in Lent, February 25th of 2024. Hi. Again, this is Karl Schmidt, retired pastor for Calvary. The text appointed for this second Sunday in Lent is a rather beautiful one. It's all about inclusion, belonging, which is kind of important for anyone of any day or age. It's from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 15, verses 21 through 28. Then Jesus went out and departed to the coasts of Tyre and Sidon. And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast, and cried out unto him, saying, Have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with a devil. But he answered and said not a word. And his disciples came and besought him, saying, Send her away, for she cries out after us as well. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Then she came and worshipped him, saying, Lord, help me. But he answered and said, It's not meet to take the children's bread and cast it to the dogs. And she said, Truth, Lord, yet the dogs eat of the crumbs which fall from their master's table. Then Jesus answered and said unto her, O woman, great is thy faith. Be it unto thee even as thou wilt. And her daughter was made whole from that very hour. Here ends that portion of the Gospel of Matthew, the 15th chapter, verses 21 through 28. You see, this woman, what makes her amazing, truly amazing, is not her background. You see, she came from a background outside of Israel. And it's not her position, it's not her wealth, it's not her morality. It's none of those things. She simply came to Jesus and said, Look, you are the son of David. I need help. And that was the sum and substance of what she did. She simply needed help. Her daughter was sick, troubled by something, don't know what. It's 2,000 years ago. They didn't have diagnostic abilities like doctors today have. So I'm sure she had really no idea what was wrong with her doctor. So she just, said, it's whatever it is, right? But she needed help. And she knew something important. She'd probably read the Psalms. And the 23rd Psalm is a psalm of David. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I'll fear no evil. For thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup runs over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Now she understood these words to apply to her. She understood that, for instance, like the next psalm, Psalm 24, the earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof, the world, and all they that dwell therein. See, she understood that God did not come for one people alone. He came through one people, but not only for one people. And even though he teased her, in fact, he teased her rather mercilessly, but not for entertainment. He teased her because the people standing around, even his own disciples, were so stupid that they did not understand that he was inclusive. They thought he was exclusive, meaning only for the family of Israel, only for one people. Well, if you look at God that way, if that's who your God is, you really need to sit down and think about getting a different God. Because that doesn't sound like much of a supernatural being, does it? Oh yeah, he's supernatural, he can help and save, but only certain people. Only if he likes you. Only if he wants you. Only if you're born in a certain family. Only if you do a certain thing. Only if you don't do a certain thing. That's rubbish. That's just garbage. That's I don't know what exactly they call that other than stupid. And it's certainly not religion. I'm not sure quite what it is. Maybe racism, bigotry, I'm not sure. It's something, but it's certainly not religion. If religion is going to be anything, then at its heart and core, it has to be inclusive. That means for everyone, the whole world, everybody, or it's nothing. Because if it's not for me, then why do I even want to know about it? It's kind of like a kid who gets to the playground and says, I have a ball and a bat, but you can't play. And you're like, well, okay. Yeah, fine. But it does no one any good. That's stupid. And God didn't invent stupid. He's not about stupid. God, on the other hand, has come for all the world. This is one of the ideas in Isaiah and Jeremiah, all people, all languages, all tribes, everywhere, that this is who the Son of David was sent to, that was sent for, to lead all people to the house of the Lord forever. And see, this is what this woman understood. She came on the coast of Canaan, Tyre, and Sidon. She was not one of the people that the religious people in Jerusalem would have gone, oh yeah, no, you're an outsider, you're a stranger. But she knew better. Of course she knew better, because she wasn't stupid. She knew that religion, if it meant anything, meant it was for her. It was for all. And she knew. And so she heard that Jesus was nearby. So she went there and she said, look, help me. You are the Son of David. That means you are here to help me. And that's a claim. And she knew she had the right to make that claim. She didn't speak as an outsider. She didn't speak as someone to whom it didn't belong. Even when Jesus teased her that she was an outsider, she answered right back, no, I'm not. Now, I might not be of the house of David myself or one of the 12 tribes, but I tell you what, at least I get the scraps that fall from the table. I claim that. I lay claim to something, because I understand that God is not about stupid. God is instead about being inclusive and coming to help all people. That's what he's about. And you know what? Today in this world we live in, there's that same kind of stupid out there like the disciples had. Plain old stupid. They think religion is exclusive. Well, like I said at the beginning, if what you call religion is exclusive, you need to think it through. Because that's not religion. That's racism, it's bigotry, it's nonsense, but it's not religion. For God so loved the world. Get it? Let me repeat that. For God so loved the world. Now, I think that includes everybody. Because I'm sure he wasn't talking about rocks or trees. He meant the world of people. All the people. And so he sent his son, the Son of David, the one who would lead us into the house of the Lord forever, the one who would bring righteousness, the one who would give his life to be our life, the one who would die the death that we were cursed with for whatever sin is. And I say whatever sin is because if you actually know, I'd love to know. What is it about humankind that the Lord God Almighty, in his wisdom, the only remedy, the one and the only remedy to fix it, is that he slaughter his son? Now, if you, in your teeny weeny little brain, actually imagine you know what that means, well, A, I feel sorry for you, and B, no, you don't. Because that's saying that the finite is capable of the infinite, and you are not, and I am not. None of us are. So no, we don't know the magnitude, the majesty of what God the Father did in sending his Son, the Son of David, into our world to die on the cross for the sin of the world. No, we do not understand. We don't even understand the malady, much less the remedy. But all we can do is stand back and say, thank you, Lord, for doing this for the world, for God so loved the world. And if you think your piety adds one little bit to that, you are sadly mistaken. Jesus came and did all this for us, himself, by himself, for the world. That's religion. Now this woman came to Jesus, the Son of David that she knew all about, and laid claim to what was hers. God helping. And if religion means anything to you in your world, that's what it should mean. And if you got something to say about religion, that's what it should be. And if you put any other spin on it, well, then you're just lying or stupid. Because it doesn't have any other spin. For God so loved the world, period. And he sent his only begotten Son, Jesus, born of Mary, true man, true God, to die on the cross. And I've been a pastor now, 35 years active. I've been emeritus for the past 3 years, retired. And if you think that means I know, so I spent 4 years undergraduate, 4 years postgraduate, studying Greek, Hebrew, and all the rest. You think I understand the depths of this? I don't understand the surface of this. But what I do know is I'm part of this humankind, the world, and I know what God did. He did for me and for you. No exclusions, no limitations. Just like this woman, didn't matter where she came from. It didn't matter what language she spoke. It didn't matter who her daddy was. God doesn't care. Why should you? And she knew what religion is. She was smart. Very smart. O woman, great is your faith. I'm sure Jesus was chuckling at that point. As his disciples were, I'm sure they were just standing there with their mouths hanging open, with the dumbest look on their faces. Like, what did he just say? What? Did he just say, woman, great is your faith? Wasn't he just telling her to go away? Wasn't he just telling her that religion wasn't for her? What? Of course he was chuckling. Because his disciples were so stupid. And this woman was just standing there, I'm sure, with the biggest grin on her face. And of course, her daughter was healed of whatever it was that was causing her trouble. she asked for help. She knew where to go. Now, that doesn't mean that God does everything we ask him to do, but at least she knew where to go, and she knew that God would help her. Maybe not necessarily in the way she was asking for, but hey, she knew she had the right to ask, and he would make up his mind what to do, because he's the God and we're not. So that's how it still is. That's how it still is. By right, since you're human and you're part of the world, you have right to go before God and ask what it is you please. And he'll do what he decides is best and when he decides it, but that's his business, not ours. But you absolutely have the right to go to him. And when David said, the Lord's my shepherd, yeah, he's our shepherd too. The Son of David is sent to help all. So, that's the basic message. And it is inclusive. That means if you're hearing this, it's for you. Matter who you are? Nope. Matter what language you speak? Nope. Matter who your daddy was? Nope. Doesn't matter where you're from, what language you speak. Doesn't even matter what you believe. This is for you. That's what religion is. Well, this has been Retired Pastor Karl. I hope you have a good day. Stay well. And take care. Bye-bye.